Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 Porsche Boxster Spyder. I don't know if you guys remember, but when the Porsche Boxster 986 generation first came out in the late 90s, people often referred to it as a hairdresser's car. Now make of that as you will, but according to drive.com.au, a hairdresser's car is essentially a sporty-looking, often convertible car with performance that doesn't necessarily live up to its go-fast looks. Now, not only do I think that's not true for the original 986 Boxster, but this 2022 718 Boxster Spyder is anything but an all-show, no-go kind of sports car, and I'm going to drive this car today and explain why. This car's owner, Jeff, is the perfect example of the right kind of owner for a Boxster Spyder. He runs the YouTube channel Turn In Track Out. I'll put a link to his channel in the video description. And he's a driver coach who has done some blisteringly quick laps of his own in this Boxster Spyder at many of the tracks here in California, including a ridiculous lap time of 1 minute and 44 seconds at Sonoma Raceway and 1 minute and 52 seconds at Thunderhill East Bypass. Those are insane lap times if you guys know anything about those tracks, especially considering this car makes less than 450 horsepower. So yeah, this car is not quite stock. Of course, it has the 4-liter flat-six engine from the 718 GT4, which originally made 414 horsepower and 309 pound-feet of torque. But with a lightweight Inconel exhaust and an upgraded intake, this car should now be making, Jeff said, close to 440 to 445 horsepower. With the lightweight exhaust, this car weighs in at just under 3,200 pounds. And Jeff has also upgraded the springs, but he still has a stock dampers with a DSC Sport Controller tune that makes better use of the OEM dampers capabilities. We're on some 20-inch wheels with Michelin Cup 2 tires. This is his street setup. So let's go for a drive and see how this lightly modified Boxster Spyder performs on a canyon road. Gotta love that startup. This Inconel exhaust sounds absolutely insane. We're gonna put it into PDK Sport. Yes, this is a PDK, not a manual. Just makes more sense for track work. We're gonna open up the exhaust valve and we're gonna turn traction and stability completely off. Now, these paddle shifters are very high quality, but I actually prefer using the gear lever to shift. Something about the placement of these paddles just isn't quite right for me. They're mounted a little bit too inward on the wheel. I wish they were like a centimeter closer to the outer edges of the wheel. Not a big deal, but hey, I love the feeling of a Porsche shifter in a manual PDK mode ever since they switched to pushing forward to downshift and pulling towards you to upshift. So we're gonna go with that. All right, Boxster Spyder with an insane exhaust and some suspension upgrades. Let's see how it feels. This car is very stiff. You feel every little bump on the road, but the damping is so impressive. Nothing feels harsh. So I have a very good feeling that this car is gonna feel absolutely incredible when driven at speed. By the way, those lap times I mentioned earlier that Jeff has clocked were not done with Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. They were done with 19-inch Goodyear Supercar 3R tires, a much stickier compound. Go check out Jeff's channel and be absolutely amazed. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Wow, that turn in. The gearing's very long, even with the 7-speed PDK. Mostly just in second gear here. Red line is 8,200 RPM. I am speechless. Brake pedal feel is excellent. Got some Ferodo pads on some upgraded iron 2-piece rotors. Let's go. This feels quicker than I expected in a straight line. The power delivery is so linear, so instant. The throttle response, yes. And the top end, absolutely. It's just so rewarding to wind out. This engine just howls. So much braking confidence into corners. For a car with essentially no downforce, this thing feels so stable at high speed. Oh my God, this car is absolutely amazing. Wow. Again, this suspension, ultra stiff, but the damping is impeccable. It feels on par with some of the best JRZ two-way or three-way dampers that I've felt. So impressive. Just the OEM PASM dampers with some uprated springs and a DSC Sport controller. It's absolutely incredible. It transmits so much feedback through the chassis. Forget about that. Let me just shut up for a second. I can't wipe this stupid smile off my face. Woo. Are you kidding me? The balance mid-corner, it's just so perfect. No understeer, no oversteer unless you're really aggressive on the throttle. With these Cup 2 tires, you'd be hard-pressed to lose grip. This is absolutely insane. One of the best cars I've driven ever. I guess that shouldn't be surprising given it's essentially a Porsche GT product with the top chopped off. But even then, the way that Jeff has set this up is absolutely impeccable. There are no weaknesses to this car. Even this electric power steering rack, which in my opinion is one of the best from the factory today for an EPS, feels way better with the mods that Jeff has done. One thing I forgot to mention is he's replaced the bushings with spherical bushings. So all the play that you get with the rubber stock bushings is gone here. All right, we gotta calm down, guys. This is nuts. We're gonna back it off. Comfort mode, exhaust valve closed. Yeah, the car becomes relatively tame once you back off, but still, I wouldn't call it a GT. It's not a grand touring car in the same way that a Cayman GTS 4.0 is, for example. But when you push this car to the limit, or even 70 to 80% of its limit on a canyon road, I prefer this over the 981 GT4. I prefer it over the 991.1 and 991.2 GT3s. This truly is probably the best car I've ever driven. It is absolutely incredible. A big thank you to Jeff for letting me experience this Boxster Spyder. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of this car. Check out Jeff's channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.